I'm Dave Cameron from the University of Sheffield. I'll be describing our work LEGO Serious Play in HRI Research, Results for Pilot Study Imagining Robotic Care. A wide range of HRI studies in the field of health social care introduce final development products into care contexts, such as elder care facilities, and observe interactions or survey responses. In these cases, though, it's very difficult and very expensive to fundamentally change the actual robot's design if needed. But when doing research earlier in the design process, the videos and photos of robots or written scenarios often used might limit the user's responses along predetermined lines, potentially creating incomplete or misleading outcomes. Our research aims to address this by developing methods that use a hands-on approach that allow the respondents more scope. We present a pilot workshop using LEGO Serious Play, or LSP, as a tool to investigate the tacit socio-technical imaginaries of robots for care that people may hold. Socio-technical imaginaries are projections of a positive, collectively achieved future enabled by the development of a specific technology. These can guide policy and funding decisions, but also the kinds of robots we develop, the purposes for which they're used, and the way they're received by care commissioners and staff, as well as cared for people and the public. The intent of the pilot was to A. make visible these socio-technical imaginaries respondents were tacitly applying when asked about robots for care. B. Elucidate what might challenge the positivity or negativity of the scenarios imagined. And C. Evaluate LSP's potential as a productive method for eliciting a useful response. LSP has its roots in corporate strategizing, but its use in HRI is currently limited to a handful of niche studies. It's a simple process. A question is asked, participants build a model to illustrate their response, the story of the model is shared, and a guided discussion with all participants ensues. In the study, participants first complete some warm-up exercises to familiarize themselves with using the LEGO bricks as metaphors. They are then asked to build a model of a story about a robot providing care to someone to explore scenarios that immediately spring to mind, their context, the robot's roles and actions, who was receiving the care, and the relationship between the two. A follow-up question asks participants to change their model to reverse the care's story tone, i.e. complicating positive scenarios or improving uncomfortable ones. This aimed to reveal the key issue for participants and whether this was a matter of design, regulation, context, or so on. The stories our participants told were wonderfully creative, interpreting care in several unexpected ways and surfaced values that condensed into 5 key themes of trust, comfort, necessity, dependence, and control. Our pilot demonstrates LSP as a method to gain insight into the imaginaries of potential stakeholders before the prototype stage and informs our protocol development for our much larger study now underway titled Imagining Robotic Care, Identifying Conflict and Confluence in Stakeholder Imaginaries of Autonomous Care Systems. Identifying where these imaginaries cohere and conflict and how to incorporate this diversity of stakeholder input as part of the problem definition before robot solutions are envisioned can contribute to discussions of user-centered design and illuminate where existing research trajectories in care robotics may need refinement before costly mistakes in development occur.